Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to my respected lecturers, supervisors and my fellow comrades. In this video, we will be presenting our IDP with the title Easy Liners. I am Shakira Mtizahari and my team members are Dona Nurafika, Siratul Aini and Nazifa Hazira. So these are the contents of our presentation. The whole idea of this project is based on one of the biggest concerns at this age, which is plastic waste. One of the sources of plastic waste is from panty liner. So a panty liner is an absorbent piece of material used for feminine hygiene. Our project is based on SDG number 12, and in the Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that indeed Allah loves those who constantly repentant and loves those who purify themselves. Based on the survey that we have done, most of them have tried opting for a greener choice of a panty liner, but most of them haven't found a good option. And these are the criteria that they look for in a green panty liner. In the benchmarking, we have Luna Pads and Bamboo Light. Both of them cannot be reused immediately after wash. So this is the work breakdown structure of our project.
So what's wrong with the current reusable panty liners that are already in the market? The absorbent, as you can see here, is embedded inside the fabric and needs to be washed after every use and cannot be reused immediately. The base over here is waterproof, however, they are attached together, which means that it has to dry along with the absorbent before it can be reused. These are the steps on how to wash the fabric panty liners. Therefore, the objectives of our project is to produce a system with a biodegradable and disposable absorbent component and a separate waterproof base component. Like this. This is the illustration of the concept of our easy liners. The design specifications of the easy liners are biodegradability of the absorbent component. The absorbent component must be able to degrade completely within 6 months. So the calculation has been made, and these are the days for each material to degrade. Next is moisture absorption of the absorbent component. The absorbent component must be able to absorb at least 1 ml and up to or slightly more than 4 ml of discharge. This is the formula used to calculate the minimum required material, and these are the results. Next is the waterproof of the base component. The base component must have zero absorption of water. We use Fick's second law of diffusion to prove this theory.
In our conceptual design, there will be three components, which is absorbent, top and bottom sheet, and also base components. The absorbent component must be able to absorb at least 1 milliliter up to 4 milliliter. The base components must have zero absorption of water. This is the fourth view of our conceptual design, followed by a video of our assembly.
For proposed design, we are going through these three processes. First, material selection and design. Second, product design development. And third, computer-aided design and simulation. For the material selection design process, we are using digital logic quantitative method where the suitable material are chosen based on its rank. For the absorbent component, we can see that fluff pulp has the highest ranking, so it is chosen as the best material for absorbent component. Next, for the top and bottom sheet component. After the calculation, we can see that hemp fiber has the highest ranking, so it is chosen as the best material for top and bottom sheet. And lastly, for the base component. Even though the natural rubber ranks first, it is found that the material is not safe to be in contact with human skin. Therefore, we choose medical grade silicone rubber because it is hypoallergenic and it has the highest performance index if cost is off the table. Since according to the survey we conducted, the consumers are not concerned about the cost, we have decided that this is the best material for our base component. We need to get the best dimension in our product design. First, we look at the absorbent component. We use the rate of absorption formula to get the volume of the absorbent. 60% is the rate of water absorption for fluff pulp, and using the formula, we get the volume which is 3.45 ml. Next, from the volume, we can get the thickness of the absorbent. For the top and bottom sheet, we make it as same as absorbent component. Lastly, for the waist, we extend the length to 14.5 cm to insert the absorbent easily. Then, for the strap, we make it as same as dimension as the width, which is 3.25 cm each. Now, let's look at the computational aided design. From the dimension we get from product design development, we draw it again using SolidWorks, and these are the results for the components.
The simulation of the adsorbent component are as shown. We used Fick's law of diffusion as the governing equation for the simulation, and we took 98% of water, which is the concentration of water in discharge, and converted it to mole per meter cube, which is 20,000 mole per meter cube. After doing the simulation, at the top surface, we can see that the concentration is maximum, and at the bottom surface, the concentration is minimal. And the graph shows a decreasing slope. The design specification requires the adsorbent component to absorb up to 4 ml of discharge. After doing the simulation, it is proven that the absorbent component can absorb 4 ml of discharge without leaking. The concentration of fluid at the bottom of the absorbent component in the simulation is at minimum as seen in the gradient. Next is the simulation of the base component. We use Fick's second law of diffusion as the governing equation and 55,000 mole per meter cube as the concentration of water. And this is the result of the simulation, which shows that no water is absorbed by the base component. The design specification requires the base component to resist water. After doing the simulation, it is proven that the base component does not absorb any water. The concentration of water remains constant from the top to the bottom of the base component, with only a slight change of plus minus 0.001, which means that the base component is waterproof.
Next, we proceed to the safety, ethical, environmental, and sustainability. This design is acceptable and suitable for feminine hygiene comfort due to managing discharge from leaking, breathable liners, and will continuously keep the body clean. Next, the affordability of panty liner makes them more attractive at a time of soaring liner costs and universal convenient product. Furthermore, the feminine hygiene product now play a significant role in the economic development of a number of countries, especially in third world countries. Other than that, it is important to balance the needs of women, indigenous, less fortunate, and local communities. The feedback will ensure the contribution to the research, development, and innovation for feminine hygiene products.
These three are the constraints of our product.
For cost flow, there will be 7 steps. This step will determine the final cost in cost analysis. Cost with profit for base is RM 2.35, whereas cost with profit of absorbent is RM 0.78.
In terms of marketability, our target customer are women aged 12 to 55 and concerned about the environment. Our distribution plan is to the retail store and online. The pricing of our product is based on 5 years of usage, and it is above Bamboo Light, but it is still under Luna Pets. Our promotion strategy includes infomercial, OTV ads, awareness program, social media, and press release. Besides that, we made a poster to introduce our product, and based on a survey that we had done, 72% said yes, it sounds cool and they would buy it. I think that's all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.